Doon ang ano natin yun. Boss, doon na.
Good evening. We'll just provide you a brief case briefing regarding the incident of a certain case with Silawan. In the morning of March 11, 2019, a dead body was found with gruesome wounds on a vacant lot of Sitio Ayhay, Barangay Bangka, Lapu-Lapu City. Due to the heinous nature of the crime, the NBI conducted a parallel investigation of the case. Facts of the case. The dead body was later identified as Christine D. Silawan, 16-year-old grade 9 student of Maribay National High School, and a volunteer ounce collector of Sacred Heart of Jesus Parish in Pahak, Lapu-Lapu City. The gruesome murder generated national and global interest. The investigation. The investigation was conducted by NBI Cyber Operatives in conjunction with the NBI Cybercrime Division of Manila. After a relentless and continuous sleepless nights of gathering evidence to pursue the person or persons responsible for the gruesome murder, the NBI has identified a person of interest, for brevity it's POI. The POI came to the radar of the NBI to the result of the application of COSINT on the victim's Facebook account. One particular Facebook account was identified by being constantly tagged and followed by the victim. The same Facebook account was subjected to technical surveillance and examination. The result of the Facebook examination was validated through investigative legwork, pointing to the previously identified mentioned POI. CCTV footages obtained through investigative legwork were carefully studied and reviewed, and which pointed out to the POI. Likewise, witnesses positively identified the person as the same POI who appeared in the CCTV footages together with the victim when she was last seen before her dead body was found. Based on collated pieces of evidence on March 16, 2019, a search warrant to seize evidence was applied before the sala of Honorable Judge Ramon D. Daumilas of RTC Branch 11, Cebu City. Upon approval of the search warrant, the same was immediately served. During the service of the search warrant, electronic devices owned and controlled by the POI were seized. Likewise, based on the positive identification of the witnesses, the POI was placed under custody by virtue of the principle of hot pursuit. Result of preservation of evidence, one of which is the screenshots of the victim's Facebook and Messenger account were obtained and form part of the pieces of the evidence required. Result on the review and preservation of the victim's Facebook account disclosed a conversation to a certain Facebook account which we call as Facebook B. Messenger conversation on the said account disclosed that the victim and the person controlling the said account is in a relationship. Likewise, there is a planned meeting between the two parties on March 10, 2019 at around 6 p.m. at the church in Pahak. Coordination of all Facebook accounts relevant to the case will be communicated to Facebook law enforcement page. Okay, we'll give you a brief of the narrative of the events. First will be the overview of the area where the incident occurred, chronological presentation of the CCTV footages acquired, and the expert medical opinion of Dr. Rene Camp. This is the Google map of the area where the body, the deceased body of Christine D was found. Please notice the red mark in the upper right portion of the area, and the adjacent and the red arrows. It's pointed out how the assumed trails the subject POI took. Next slide. This is the map presentation of the CCTV footages that we acquired. Okay. Please notice to the lower left portion are the legend. Okay, one of those is the legend for the barangay hall CCTV, the red legend for the glass store CCTV, the yellow legend for the hardware CCTV, the blue legend for the Lopez residence CCTV, the green for the Villa Marina CCTV, and the pink for the Villa Pacific Villa CCTV. Okay. these are the chronological events with which we took the CCTVs. May I present you the first capture of the CCTV? The CCTV we took, this is the glass CCTV. We are able to identify the victim's feet. This is through the assistance of a witness's account. You can notice that the red part, this is the victim wearing a pants and black shoes. Next will be the second CCTV. This is taken by the hardware CCTV. This was the victim together with her friend who are going to a balloon stand. That's around 5:50 in the evening. March 10, 2019. Okay. The third screenshot is the same. Still showing the victim together with her friend. Now pay your attention to the number 4, which is at the Barangay Hall Plus CCTV. This is the first sighting of the LHPOI walking along the sidewalk right across the Pahak Barangay Hall. Notice that he is wearing a cap worn in reverse, a dark shirt, slim fit short, shoes, and carrying a cell phone on his right hand. The next scene. Okay. Now the suspect is seen crossing the street towards the main gate of the Sacred Heart, Jesus Parish. Again, however, this time the cap was removed and being held by his left hand. Number 6. Okay. At this time, the victim and the male friend were seen headed back to the parish church. This was the time after they have done eating the balloon. Okay. After the time that the victim and the male friend returned to the parish church, a few minutes later, we saw the victim rushing outside the parish church, heading outside along the street of Pahak. That's the victim. Okay. Next, as we observed, this was the male person we saw earlier. He's now following the victim. CCTV caught by a certain residential CCTV caught the victim alongside with the male person the male person who is our BOI walking towards and adjacent to each other.
What time?
This CCTV footage was properly identified by 3 witnesses. Notice the bag and notice the bag of the victim. The victim again, and the suspect is walking alongside. Their direction is toward the Eastern School for Kids in Cebu. Again, this CCTV footages were again verified by witnesses' accounts. was caught. The suspect and the victim were walking towards were walking the street. This was the CCTV footage is taken at the entrance gate of Pacific Villa 1. Please take note that the area wherein the victim's body was found that the next day is very near within that area. Okay, let me give you the expert opinion. Based on the expert opinion of Dr. Kam, the victim would have been killed at around 6 to 7 p.m. of March 10, 2019. This was based on the post-mortem findings that the body was in a state of secondary festivity, which occurs more than 12 hours after rigor mortis. Likewise, medico-physical findings on the examination of the body of the POI showed abrasion on the left arm, upper third lateral aspect, the age of which is compatible with the alleged date of affliction. Okay, the takeaway, this is to understand how do we find our findings. Number one, the only person who met the victim last March 10, 2009 at around 6 p.m. at a church in Pahak was our POI. Number two, the POI was the last person identified to be with the victim the last time she was seen alive. Number three, witnesses' accounts positively identify the CCTV footages pertaining to the victim and the POI. Number four, further review of other CCTV footage after Pacific Villa did not disclose any traces of the POI and the victim. It means that the victim and the POI did not go further after the Pacific Villa. Next, the area which they are last captured by CCTV was near a pathway directly heading towards the place wherein the deceased body of the victim was found. Likewise, the medical physical opinion affirmed that the time of the victim was killed was around 6 to 7 p.m. Please take note that the last CCTV footage that taken around the Pacific Villa was around 6:38 of the evening, which coincide with the medical physical opinion executed by Dr. Camp. Likewise, the POI during examination bears wounds and bruises. Thank you. Our question will be there.
Anchor.
Sir, pwede na pong patayin yung ban?
PowerPoint.
Yung PowerPoint.
Akala ko kung sinong papatay.
Pwede rin sir yung ban.
Oy.
Paki-turn off pala.
Off na lang, sir.
Turn off ng
Off na lang, sir, yung ano.
projector. Yep.
Sir, questions?
Who will throw the first question?
Makonsider na ba natin, sir, na solve na itong case?
Or closed?
At this point in time, we're not considering the case closed because our investigation is still ongoing.
Remaining ongoing, sir, may hinahabol pa po tayo.
We are determining whether he has cohorts or not.
So based on the presentation po ninyo, you mentioned that the victim and the suspect or the POI has a relationship. How did we establish that, sir?
It was proved by his Facebook chat and the interviews of his classmates and neighbors.
May we know what's the content, sir? Was it sweet content changes
Yes.
between the victim and the POI?
Yes.
Sir, makikita natin sa CCTV na isa lang talaga. Meron pa ba siyang tuhon?
Based on our CCTV, secured and obtained, while walking from the church towards the direction of Pacific Villa, the POI and the victim was only seen walking alongside.
So isa lang talaga ang suspect.
Yes. At this point in time, hindi natin alam na baka may nag-abang sa kanila after doon sa Pacific Villa.
Sir, can you comment on the manner na ginawa ng suspect? Nakausap niyo na ba why he did it?
Hindi siya nagsalita tungkol doon.
Po?
He did not give any disclosures well.
Be assisted by a counsel.
Walang abogado nung time.
Hindi, dati pwede mo.
Or was there an extrajudicial confession on the part of the
There was no
suspect?
extrajudicial confession on his part.
Sir, ba't daw sila mag-meet?
Based on the Facebook chats, they were the victim and the POI ordered to meet. Parang may binigay siya na items of teddy bear at saka cellphone.
Sino po yung babae? Sige,
Yung ka-chat niya sa Facebook.
yung POI niya, sir.
Yes. I-assume namin na siya yun. Kaya nga, we are still determining whether isa ba lang yung tao na yun.
Nagamit ba ng ibang pangalan, sir? Sa
Yes.
Facebook?
Yes.
Ah.
Sir, yung manner ng pagkakapatay sa kanya and then pag-skin sa kanya, I don't know kung makapag-comment kayo. Parang hindi kayang gawin ng isang
Isang
tao lamang. Did they share the same user?
Kaya nga, we are not disclosing the possibility na may kasama siya.
Mhm. And who could that be, sir?
What?
Who could those be?
At this point in
Di
time.
ba parang may dalawa pa?
Investigation dito.
Wala, hindi yung dalawa.
What?
May dalawa pa daw kasama, sir.
We are not sure.
Okay.
The investigation is still ongoing.
Meron bang nasabi yung suspect as to ano bang ginamit sa papatay ng victim? Anong type of weapon ba na?
Hindi siya nag-disclose during while yun.
Sir, he did admit to the crime, no?
We are, I think, prohibited to make any comment on that kasi yun na nga, we have to respect the right of the accused. He has the right to counsel considering that he is a minor.
Mm.
So medyo careful tayo dyan sa bagay na yan.
Mm.
Hindi kami pwedeng tanong dyan without those without complying with those requirements na right to counsel in the presence of a social worker, etc.
So ever since, sir, Saturday, wala pa siyang counsel?
We tried na magkuhan na kaya lang yun na pumunta kami sa DSWD, sarado, walang opisina.
Where's the suspect now, sir?
Sa DSWD.
Is the in custody?
Kinonfirm po ba niya yung relationship niya with the victim?
Ano?
Kinonfirm po.
Kinonfirm po ba niya yung relationship niya with the victim?
She had confirmed that she had a relationship with the victim.
Until now.
Ilang taon na sila, sir? Na may relasyon? Is this new? Bago ba sila nag-meet? Parang simple eyeball lang ba ito ng between?
The chats would reveal that they have a relationship that starting last year.
Sir,
Ano
yun.
kaya motive, sir? Motive?
Siguro, nakikita natin sa CCTV footage, parang ang ano nakikita namin jealousy or ganun.
Why, sir?
Kasi na, di ba, na-explain ni Agent Senyora na yung pumasok siya doon sa loob ng simbahan, yung kasama niyang lalaki na kumain ng balot, parang nagtagpo siya. Nakita niya na lang yung isang kasama niya saka yung victim, nagsama ng isang lalaki.
Nagselos dun sa kasama?
Selos siguro. Kasi makikita natin sa sequence ng presentation ng CCTV footages, pagbalik nila dali sa pasok ng simbahan, nagbalik agad yung babae, nagmamadali. Parang he was walking hurriedly. Sinundan ng lalaki rin na parang kinabol yung babae.
Yung POI, sir.
Oh, yung POI.
So
During the sequence of events, kung makita lang nyo yung total sequence of events, makikita na yun na naglalakad sila parang
Nag-aaway. Okay.
But prior to the incident, sir, yung nakita na may kasama po siyang male friend, may parang rocky na po ba yung relationship nila or yun lang?
ang sabi niya na may relation sila, na iwalay daw sila last February 28. Yan.
Despite that, sir, the victim still sumama pa rin dun sa suspect, sa POI natin.
Based on the CCTV footages taken, makita natin na nagsama sila.
Sir, ikaw ano ko na? Siya yung nag-chat-chat kay victim na nag-alias ng CJ Diaz.
We are still determining that
Sir, wala bang trait na natatanggap yung victim, sir, kaya siya sumama doon sa suspect? Wala ba siyang trait
Threat.
na natatanggap?
Threat.
Threat, sir.
hindi natin alam.
So, based lang sa mga chats with the victim, the suspect, was there any part na parang nag-issue ng threat yung suspect sa victim?
Wala.
Sir, do you think he's capable of doing yung manner of killing? Considering he's 17 and... What do you think, sir?
Well,
Ay, sir, yung mic lang.
evidence-based tayo Nangyari na, the victim suffered that multiple wounds. And ito ang per hour CCTV coverage sa recording, yun ang kasama. So, palagay ko, sabihin na natin, moot in academic na yan.
So,
Nandiyan na yan Yung capability, pag may jealousy, there's too much singing, pwede mangyari yan.
so a single person can commit such
Kaya
gruesome...
nga, we are not making any conclusion na siya lang.
Okay.
Kaya nga, we are not yet closing the investigation of this case.
Okay.
May mga follow-up pa tayong ginagawa dyan.
Sir, can you tell us a bit more about the background of the suspect, sir? Is he
Meron
in
bang
school?
criminal
Is
record?
he have criminal record?
Again, minor yung suspect dito, kaya we want to limit our
So, si Ward.
So, nag-study pa siya, sir. Yung minor, nag-study pa yung minor.
Yes,
Sir, may na-recover kayo na items from the suspect, like bladed weapons that may have been used in the crime?
So far, wala. But we have recovered some items of clothing of interest that we are subjecting them to forensic DNA examination.
Sir, confirmation lang. Yung suspect, did he rape the victim before based on forensic lang?
No press reservation.
Si Dr. siguro yung makakpa. Yung
Based on the autopsy report of Dr. Lara, it was written here that there were no recent injuries in the genital.
Ayun kayo. Genitalia of the victim was not yet released.
A cotton swab was done, but according to Dr. Lara, it was submitted for DNA examination.
What about the genital areas?
The-
Confirm that there's male fluid.
Actually, it was not reflected here in his report. What was reflected was that cotton swab was done, and it was submitted for DNA examination.
Wala pa result, sir, yung DNA analysis.
Wala.
Pero sir, na-establish ba natin sir na doon talaga siya sa area kung saan siya nakita pinatay or somewhere?
We're establishing kung talagang doon ba siya sa area pinatay or but we have based on CCTV footage doon siya nakikita last.
Sir, may nasabi po ba yung suspect pagka yung nakuha na ninyo siya?
Wala sana.
Is there any resistance, sir?
Last three questions.
Sir, makonsider natin na suspect yung nahuli ng Davao?
Come again?
Ma-consider ba natin na suspect yung nahuli sa Davao?
Second question.
Sir,
Yes.
do we have an actual eyewitness on the commission of the crime?
So far at this point in time wala. We're still looking for the
Ano bang grupo nito ng ano yung suspects natin? Meron kasing mga speculation whether kulto ba ito, ano ba? Meron ba siya whether ano, meron bang idea tayo?
based on your observation siguro makikita niyo na siya lang at this point in time.
Last question, yes.
Sir, pasensya na, no? Do you think meron tayong matibay na kaso against dito sa in-inquest natin kanina?
Yes.
Why is that, sir?
We have a strong circumstantial evidence.
May I just add
Yes, sir.
natin doon sa comment yung strong circumstantial evidence natin, unang-una yung time interval.
Yes,
The
sir.
last time that the suspect and the victim was seen alive, they were walking together, going to the direction of that vacant lot where the body was found, is 6:38.
Yes, sir.
Ngayon, yung based on the analysis of our medical legal officer, the victim could have been probably killed mga between 6 and 7. Kaya nga medyo yun ang nakuha ko doon sa kuwan, parang na-misquote ako doon sa breaking news. Nasabi, 30 minutes before the discovery. Mali yun. Mga around 30 minutes to 1 hour before the killing. Kasi the last time that they were seen together na buhay is 6:38. Pagbasihan naman natin yung kuwan, the most likely time that they were killed is between 6 and 7. Kaya wala nang masyadong ibang kuwan doon. Taong na pwedeng makasalubong, pwedeng pagsusunod. Sila na talagang huli kasama. And second, the strong circumstantial evidence natin dyan yung abrasion.
Yes, sir.
May mga parang mga defensive wounds yung yung suspect diyan.
Kasi lumalabas din parang si victim, may mga defense wound din siya.
Kaya
So may struggle.
So ano theory natin? Bakit kinuha niya yung balat ng
jealousy o mas anger yung natin dyan.
para hindi siya para hindi
Baka hindi siya
malaman,
ma-identify.
ma-identify kagad.
Sir, ano mangyayari sa reward?
Wala kami.
Congratulations, sir.
That is not our priority.
Thank you very much. I think all the questions were addressed by our investigators and officers.
So ano kaso sir? Murdering kaso?
Yes, you can. Well, the office recommended the filing of murder case in relation to Republic Act 10175.
Sir, why is that, sir? Bakit kasama yung cybercrime?
Kasama niya yung balot.
Na-discuss kanina na isa sa mga ginamit na tool
Yes, sir.
para mapunta yung biktima ay yung Facebook.
Okay.
Diba?
So wala namang like, may mga indecent pictures na pinapasok or ano, wala namang...
Welcome that, patuloy-tuloy pa naman itong investigasyon na ito. Ha?
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
So, for the ilahang di butyag na super sa mga CCTV na nakuha na match ng sa mga pagkabot mga silawan o niya din sa mga kinabrasan ang dining suspect sa iyong lawas o may struggle ngayon yung ilahang sa pagkakausapan ng suspect apan ilahang naparay ng investigasyon ilang pang sipit-sipit ito kayo kung doon na ba yung mga kaulan apan sa pagkakausapan ang ilang suspect.
Dili siya open yung anak ma'am sa relationship towards
About sa mga relationship, dili siya mo.
Convince ka ma'am na mga suspect sa hindi ako makakawit sa mga anak.
Komplikado ako nga siya.
Ano naman? Bakit ma'am convince ta nga siya ang suspect?
Mapilman ako sa makita man nato sa CCTV footage. Based on CCTV footage.
Ma'am, kasi masulti ni mo ma'am nga nadakpan na ma'am ang i-consider nila nga prime suspect.
Sa pagkakaroon, dili pa kayo ko makakuan kay di man jud ko makatuo nga siya rang usang nagbuhat sa inyong nanas. Siguro naagi na siya mga kauban.
Pero ma'am, wa gid ka ni siya sa ipailan ninyo ma'am since nagkauyab sila na late last year.
Wala.
Pero naa siya uyab ma'am na naing nahibawan.
Wala lagi ko kay balo kay dili magud siya musulti na o so, ingon pa na makuan, maglaag magudunta na siya niya. Dili magud na siya maglaagod. Naara magina sa balay. Nig-out niya gikan sa eskwelahan. Dito ginag-uli sa balay. Once nga mugawas na siya kana mo serve sa simbahan. Kung naa sila schedule para serve.
So, may ba ni magdala
aning lalaki nga? Wala ko kaila.
Pero may siya magdala.
Magkakitaan ng lalaki lang.
Ma'am, sa inyong pagstorya sa lalaki, doon na ba siya sulti naman, nga ba siya pasaylo nimo sa something?
Base sa akong pag-istorya niya gabi, wala siya gisulti. O parte sa pangayog, pasaylo, wala gid siya.
Pero makonsiderar ba nato ma'am nga nakabuot ng nato ang hustisya?
Ma'am, with this na doon ay kalambuan nga doon na nadakpan, ato na bang ihatod sa kapahulayang dayon si Christine?
Oo.
Na-reschedule na.
Na-schedule naman na. Nga, amuan na siya ilubong.
Kano sa siya ilubong?
March 24, Sunday.
Ma'am, are we hoping sa si Archbishop Jose Palma since nagtrabaho ni nag-operate na siya sa simbahan si Archbishop Jose Palma nga magbisita sa inyo?
Nabisita na siya.
Si Archbishop Palma?
Oo.
When siya nabisita mo?
Saturday
Saturday?
Kahit kahapon,
Kahapon. Sunday.
Permi ni magdalag cellphone si Christine, ma'am.
Ha?
Permi ni magdalag cellphone si Christine.
Dili na siya magdalag cellphone nga. Natura nga time na mag-meet sila ba? Naka-chat na siya daan before siya ni ato sa church.
Pero kabaw ka mo nalanggit siya, ma'am, nima?
O syempre, manakit na siya.
Na mag-meet siya?
Hindi, ang panakit niya sa simbahan mag-serve.
O asan siya gisulti mo, ma'am, nga na siya hulga mga nadawat?
Wala.
Kung sa ko na sa ilubong mo? Kung sa ko na sa ilubong?
Buntag ko to.
So mao ni ang inahan o apil na ang kuyog sa karon Ferdi ang amahan ni Christine Silawan dinhi sa buhatan sa National Bureau of Investigation. So ilahang ang suspect karon Ferdi gi turn over sa Department of Social Welfare and Development kun DSWD. So kay minor di edad man ni Ferdi mao ni nga naa sa DSWD ang suspect karon sa dinuog nga pagpatay kang Christine Silawan. So gipresentar ka ganiha ang mga CCTV footage nga na kuha ni sa sakop sa National Bureau of Investigation. Unya ilang nakita nga na trace gyud nila ang mga oras per day. Iya doon na sila nakita nga mga kinambrasan sa kining lawas ni ining suspect nga naa karon dinhi sa DSWD gi-turn over karon sa amahan.
So tingin nyo, makakamit nyo na yung mustisya sa nandiyan na nahuli na yung suspect, kung nahuli na yung suspect?
Ano, nasakpan yung suspect. Pero napa yung ikuan.
Kana sa malas na istorya ni Christine. Kana sa malas na istorya.
Kung ano ko kinumno.
Di ba nagpadapa magkagpalawan ikas Bohol pagka Domingo, di ba?
Pagka Domingo, so wala pa na siya madisgrasya, kani siya, dito pa ni siya sa Bohol. Napadala na siya kwarta sa ngalan ni Christine. Nakuyog pa mi si Christine, pagkuha sa kwarta sa Palawan mga alauna. Na paghuman na mo kuha, siyempre na mauli mi sa balay.
Wala mo ito magka-istorya na ni Christine.
Yun sa.
Sila.
Sama pag-istorya nila, tuaman niya siya sa Bohol. Na si Christine o ba?
Sa cellphone, nagkatawag. Pagkara.
Sir, sa harap niyo yung suspect. Nakaharap niyo yung suspect.
Kagabi.
Anong pakiramdam niyo makita na?
Pakiramdam mo. Kung ano yung amahan na yun. Muna yung katubang suspect. Ay mga kuhan mo yung hindi masabot. Walang napadasa ng bati. O pa na mga kasungan.
Pero di ka mo tuo sir nga usara gyud ang suspect?
Sa March 23 ba? Imo ni maisipan na dindot ang pagkadakop sa suspect dindot na regalo.
Matuo ka nga usara ang
Sir, may
suspect.
mensahe ka ba dun sa suspect? May mensahe ka dun sa suspect?
Awa na.
Dili pa jud ayaw ko komportable kay.
Pero tingin mo siya talaga yun?
Ang jud siya kauban na.
Ano ito, di ka mamaya kauban na. Kaning suspect.
Ang ilahang sa pagkasikop aning usa Ferdi ilahang dako ilang pagtuong mo alam ni nag-inusara. Una nila ang pangkauban mo ni ang butyag sa ilahan nga si Lourdes. So muli ang kanamuan ang PresCon sa gipaygayon dinhi sa National Bureau of Investigation 7 sa Dakbayan sa Subo human nga ilang gipaygayon ang inquest proceedings kay ganihang hapon sa Lapu-Lapu City Hall of Justice sa 17 anyos nga suspect sa linuog nga pagpatay kang Christine D. Silawan dito sa Dakbayan sa Lapu-Lapu. Kini ang Radyo Patrol Radio Suko ABS-CBN News DRAB Abante pa Bisaya.
Sir.